people's kind of like power rankings in terms of where you think they're going to finish at the event. I think like I did a content piece, maybe a little bit of a spoiler. I think we were talking about I was talking with Avril and Jake.
Did you manage to get a word in?
And I mean, yeah, barely. But they both picked Falcons and Crazy Raccoon like in the final. And I was like, you know what? I'll take a little bit of a wild card. I'll say LGD comes here and they have it sorted out, and we get like an LGD Falcon, LGD Crazy Raccoon final.
That would be a spicy final if LGD come up big here. All right, going to Busan, going to downtown. GWC looking at a Mulga, maybe here. Makes more sense with the Kiriko there than the Winston does.
I guess another positive would be is that although nobody, LGD may have not gotten a ton of, practice or the best practice because not a lot of going on, in China for Overwatch Esports at the moment. Nobody really knows what they're going to play, right?
Yeah, it's kind of true.
And Chinese Overwatch has always had some interesting kind of takes on like metas and whatnot, so a little bit of a different look here is Twisted Minds actually plays this Sigma with a Sim here. Is a nice dash through there from Lee. Taking out Vigilante right off the rip.
Oh, this is a classic Yubi moment as well on the Sim. This is what they found crazy success with in OWCS Stage 1. Like, Yubi's TP plays were just exemplary. Shy does end up going down to Bliss, and Monk to follow too. Of course, Quartz was always the player to kind of keep your eye on the Castian and the Sojourn. Just an unbelievable hit scan player.
And it's really for them, right? For Twisted Minds, how do you keep Quartz upright? Right. If you can keep him alive, you have a real good chance in a lot of these fights. I mean, so dangerous, whether it be like an Ashe, a Cassidy, Widowmaker, etc. Just trying to keep him alive. You can use that Sim to like TP players around, right? Make it very difficult for LGD to get this rush into.
TP from Yubi. Might leave this point open. LGD now just partner themselves on it, but Yubi is going to match them now. High noon from Quartz available. Rush comes in, but leaves already dead. And now where's the follow-up? Luckily, they're able to heal themselves up just in time. Vigilante, unfortunately, not receiving that sound barrier. Of course, with the TP play, though, as he comes behind him and scores 2. That's what you want to see. Yubi Quartz duo back at it again.
Yeah, he uses the teleporter to go back towards the other side, right? LGD, they think they've kind of gotten away from that Cassidy. They head up to the high ground, and guess what? TP puts the Cassidy right in the line of sight as Quartz ends up taking out 2.
God, that is just a certified Twisted Minds classic.
That is a welcome back moment.
Yeah, welcome back to Overwatch Esports LDG. All right. TP already used, Shy with the pulse bomb, but, well, Lake's Relief already dead. And Quartz ripping the head off of Shy as well. 70% in building, and they're going to stagger the Malga of all things. Cage earned pretty much from GWC, but they're in final fight now.
I mean, this has been real clean here from Twisted Minds. LGD will have the opportunity to use Cage Fight Blade in a combination. It's a sick ult combo there. Potentially with no support ultimate on the other side, that could be the big difference maker here. Allows LGD back into the game.
Oh yeah, Blade available from Shy is pretty scary. We saw a lot of that like comboed with the Cage a lot of the time. GWC just dashing to the side of the point as they try and set themselves up. A shield there, but how long are you going to be able to survive? Well, there's the Blade, there is the Cage, and that combo just a little bit too easy. I
mean, a combo, I mean, you can't really avoid, like, once the Cage comes in, you're just dead, right? Yes. Like, if the Cage is good. So, Twisted Minds still kind of hanging out here a little bit. Shy goes in, maybe try and pick up a kill there towards the end, but he's going to have to back out. It's now everybody back off the spawn here for Twisted Minds. They didn't really use anything in that previous fight, right? So LGD has to use all their ultimates that they have to flip the point back. Twisted Minds in a great spot to win now.
Yeah, and they just put that wall up too. I mean, good luck. LGD has to cross it, trying to get something. And a free point flip here for Twisted Minds. It's all on to LGD now to try and find something. Flux lands the high noon and the sound barrier from TM. I mean, surely this is all over. This round is as good as done. A nice team kill and a nice first start there from Twisted Minds. I mean, Quartz and Yubi showing up in a big way.
I mean, just sick stuff there from Twisted Minds. And you're also in a position here where hey, you didn't even ban the Winston on this map,
Yeah,
right?
right.
You know, if this is kind of the type of play you think you can get, you know, from the side of LGD when they don't have access to the Winston, I mean, you are in a great spot to at least maybe get 2 maps here. So we take a look at some of the replays right off the rip.
Look at this.
Sports. I mean, this is the sick play, right? So everybody goes high ground, they use speed, so they can't get anywhere at this point.
So sick.
That's the Lucio Namaga gone there.
So easy for him. And that's kind of a combo they've been doing for a long time, whether it's like teleporting the tank around or just teleporting Quartz into a better position. Like, Twisted Minds used this. They've practiced this so much. And we spoke about before, Matt, are people ready for LGD? I think you need to be ready for Twisted Minds.
And Shy now going to play Venture, so little Shy we kind of like categorize as like more of like a hit scan player, I would say, so to speak. So picking up a flanker like Venture, a little bit of an interesting pick, but already looking to do some serious damage.
Oh yeah, hits the bar as well, so they don't let him go down. Point unlocked. All right, Twisted Minds taking a small vacation there, back to spawn.
I mean, you also, I think if you're LGD, right? Like, there's no way you're going to take Leave off of the Genji, so even if Leave, you know, would play something like a Venture, right? Not going to do that in this type of situation. So, UB will move away from the Sim. Sim's not really kind of good into the Venture, right? I'm going to play an Echo here. The Echo really good against the Maga, trying to burn him down.
Oh, there you go, yeah. That focusing means so much damage. They might not be able to lock down Shy. Nice little flash grenade there. Does quickly end at Monk's life. It's just Quartz just up to him now to clean things up. And it has always been kind of the Quartz show. Just keep Quartz alive, and eventually he'll just earn himself a 5K.
It's also nice to see Twisted Minds actually playing some pretty good Overwatch. I feel like we've kind of seen them like just go through a lot, you know, WCS in the stage 1 and 2. Like, and it's a shame, right? Because they were so good in contenders previously, you know, before OWCS. Then it opens up, they have an opportunity to kind of like keep the team together, play at the highest level, and then it starts to go sideways. But at least early on here, putting up a good showing against LGD.
All right, Rush available from Monk. How do they use it? How do they get onto the back line? They still got to deal with Bliss's beat somehow. Oh, they're going to just dash in. Nice Suzu there to get Goucheway back upright again. Sound barrier from Bliss is going to come in. Oh, he gets Ajax though by Shy. The tectonic shock just ripping through him, boops him back up into the air, and another one sends him back to spawn. Shy getting out of there with a Eurodash 2 as LGD cap the points.
Yeah, you still have lots of players still hanging around here for Twisted Minds. You're going to end up taking out Vigilante. You do have this Flux here, potentially, right? I just don't know if you have TVNT healthy enough.
Leave. Oh, he got stuck on the high. He couldn't get through the doorway, basically. I mean, Flux coming in, Matt called it perfectly. Here it comes, hits one, hits the Malga, not the best target to land, but hey, there's no backup and no support, it's an easy kill.
Yeah, so it looks like this is Shy coming back onto the point just to kind of contest here for a little bit. As this will be a flip back here now in favor of Twisted Minds, and all he had to do is end up using their Gravitic Flux to be able to do it. They'll have a switch here for Vigilante. He was playing the Baptiste, now going to play the Krika. Just a little bit, you know, more mobility, right? A little bit harder to kind of track down in the bat.
I'm scared though. I think LGD should be as well. Of course, has got the high noon. No TP plays though, no funny behavior. Just going to be a default one. Blade coming in. No beat for Bliss, unfortunately. Nice bit of deflection there from Genji, but with Quartz holding that high noon, there was not much more that could be done. Luckily though, for LGD, is Monk to clean up a few kills as Twisted Minds lose the point.
Yeah, and I think though for Twisted Minds, right, you come back with a duplicate, right? A few different options. You duplicate like a Kriko, right? You know, get a rush of your own. So a few different options. Quartz to the Widowmaker just for a shot here. Now we'll go back here to the Cassidy.
Just duplication could be pretty big here. Duplication onto the Lucio of all things.
I wonder if it was for another, you know, we're obviously not on with the POV, right? But I wonder if it was actually
for someone else.
Somebody else.
Yeah, potentially. Not normally the best copy of the Lucio, unless you're in dire straits. I mean, this will be LGD taking this first round. If Twisted Minds can't get to this point. They didn't use the rush, they've got the sound barrier too. But oh, Lexa! AJ again! This time on the other side of things is those sticky bombs from UB take out the Lucio.
And it's a point flip. So 99 here for LGD, right? But you end up losing your beat, which where the percentage is right now, there's no shot you're going to get another one. And TM is setting on their own sound barrier, right? So could be a huge play here. Leave now will play Echo. So Echo Tracer combination here for LGD is UB has made this Echo work, playing it into the Tracer, which historically you see people don't do. That Tracer is very strong against Echo. Deadeye going to be here for Quartz as well.
Yeah, Twisted Mind's backing up. Yeah, protect Quartz right now. It's the aim of the game. Shai's going to have something to say about it, though, that Pulse Bomb, I would imagine. Push onto the point, slowly but surely. There is the Cardiac Overdrive. Bliss using that sound barrier to now push them all the way in. Shai already dead. Pops the Deadeye. And Quartz with an easy kill onto Lexa. And Twisted Minds. 2-0 LGD on control.
And it wasn't really that close. I mean, it was close there towards the end, right, in the second point. But first point was all Twisted Minds. I think overall, really showing they have a kind of command of what they exactly want to play, right? I think Sigma is maybe a potential ban option here for LGD because Sigma just looked really strong there for Twisted Minds, and obviously the Winston not in play there, didn't play a ton of it. For LGD was in play. Yeah, you did ban the Ana, but still the Winston capable. Really good start here for Twisted Minds.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see what those bans are going to come down to and what map we're going to as well. We'll jump over to the desk where Degon and the guys can take it away.
That's right. It's me and the guys. Thanks, Josh. Jake and McGravy here. All right, it's our first look at Twisted Minds here and LGD with Twisted Minds taking the victory here. Unique heroes coming out here in terms of some of the picks for both these squads.
Yeah, the Mauga Rush really being LGD's style of choice, not what I had on my bingo card here. Thought for sure we would see a ton of the Winston. I mean, McGravy, you did say the Ana ban is like a Winston ban. I thought LGD maybe still could have forced it, made it work, especially against Sigma, but they disagreed. So Rush definitely cooking a lot of a Rush style here.
Yeah, this feels like something they had preset or predetermined, I would guess, based off bans. I feel like they could still play the Winston. That feels like something that potentially could have been viable. But this is always something they've been practicing because they committed to it pretty hard.
Yeah, something on this first map, Sim comes on out, and at first, you guys were like, hey, why aren't we swapping off this? But they end up using it very well, does Twisted Minds.
Yeah, Twisted Minds has been a team that's used Sim in the past, usually with more of a fast rush style, but with the Sigma, with Quartz playing around it with that couple high noons there. So, I mean, they definitely know how to make the hero work, and they really are leveraging it to great effect, mitigate some of Sigma's weakness and his lack of mobility. You got that Sim TP to get around the map. It really helps a lot.
Yeah, and here in the second part here, I felt like Echo was like really great here for UB.
Yeah, I think it started with Shai switching onto the Venture as an answer to the Symmetra from UB. So there's already a lot of counterplay here, a lot of back and forth in terms of hero picks. So it'll be interesting to see how it evolves with the bans coming in for the next map.
So I guess key thing here, Mauga, was something we're like, okay, Gujue is just playing on that one. Maybe something that they can utilize and rotate around to change things up. What else do you want to see here from LGD?
I mean, of course, the Winston, I think we can't see, we haven't seen LGD's final form until they bring out a Winston on a dive. So there's a possibility even for Twisted Minds to ban out something like the Winston in a future map. So getting that first win is already huge for Twisted Minds. To be honest, I think this is a much improved Twisted Minds from what we saw last time. Their last showing was really lackluster, but Bliss, Vigilante on this team, I mean, that's a game changer. One thing we didn't see from them was any of the consistent weaknesses in the backline that they showed in previous rosters. There's a reason they brought Bliss and Vigilante, and the team just looks so much stronger, so much more cohesive. I had my doubts about them because of those past performances, but honestly, I'm not worried anymore. I mean, what we just saw was great execution across the board. Individually, LGD still looked great, right? The DPS in particular, always superstars, still delivering big kills, big openers, but things like the macro game, the strategy, Twisted Mind just was on another level.
Yeah, a little flip-flopper here. You still staying with LGD?
I'm still staying with LGD. What I would really like to see from Twisted Mind, so to inspire some more confidence, is are they still able to play Quartz on hit scan? Is UB, he's going to stick within his wheelhouse? Is he going to play Sim? Is he going to play Mei? Is TVNT capable of playing just Sigma the entire way? Like, what are the bans going to do to affect this team? It's completely unclear, but they are much improved with Bliss and Vigilante. Their macro looks good. They look like they have a very clear game plan, so they're looking good so far.
So then what is LGD's ban here for you?
There's a lot of options. It depends on what kind of map they want to pick. They could ban the sim. They could go to like a sim favored map and ban the sim and say, hey, figure something out. I would say I would base it off supports potentially. You could take away a Baptiste potentially as well. There are so many options, so it's really gonna be up to Rush to cook something up.
Okay, the info is in. We'll get that loaded for you in just a second. We're heading to Servasa with OA picking blue side, LGD picking blue side. They also take first ban, and it is that Sigma that's going to get taken away. The answer to that ends up being the Venture. So the Venture was a pretty big problem there that eventually had to get answered here.
Yeah, I mean, that protects UB's sim. Is going to be a lot more effective, and on a map like Servasa, that could be relevant. I think the Sig ban, it's going to be really interesting to see how deep is TVNT's hero pool. Can he handle more heroes across the board? Still the big question mark, I think, for this Twisted Minds roster.
Yeah, what do you make of the bans here, McGravy?
Yeah, I think the Venture ban is pretty smart. UB is well known for his Symmetra, and the more you can play it, the better off Twisted Minds is going to be. So it's pretty simple for me. Yeah, I think TVNT has a lot of questions to be answered. How deep is your hero pool? And if he does have a hero pool, then how efficient is he on the heroes?
Again, first look at the squads here at EWC. Their first match is on stage, so everyone get the jitters out and getting ready to go as we are getting ourselves ready to go as we send it on over to Mr. X and Jaws. Take it away, guys.
It's D-Gon and the boys!
D-Gon and the boys! Oh, yeah. All right. So map number 2 now, Servasa. You see Yubi there, just Quartz, just laying back, ready.
He's chilling.
He's meditating, man. He's ready to go.
Man. Yeah, he's
chilling.
He's ready to go. Yeah, I mean,
Max and relax.
Hey, you got to feel pretty good of your Twisted Minds how that went after map number 1, right? So I had mentioned it before we threw to D-Gon in the crew that maybe we see a Sigma ban, right? So Sigma does go in Venture as well. So as we move over to Flashpoint here for the second map.
Crocodile be pogging. Pog. Yeah, I'm not too surprised to see the Sigma ban. Something you said actually during the break, Matt, was maybe just get that Sigma off the table. But here, I mean, you're looking at a classic here from LGD, so, surely.
This is what I think I would have thought Twisted Minds would go to. Something with D.Va if they're not able to play Sigma. LGD hovering, I mean, yeah, this is some kind of throwback stuff, right? Where Doomfist here for Goushway, I was talking about one of his best heroes earlier, so Goushway will actually play D.Va. Okay, so
no Winston yet.
He's had some time in the lab. I think maybe they just feel like the Winston is just really weak. Like the Winston D.Va head-to-head. I mean, even before buffs, Winston was not really awesome in head-to-heads against D.Va. D.Va kind of like can duel just about any other tank. So you think if the D.Va is strong, Winston becomes even weaker in that type of matchup. So we'll see how Goushway pilots this D.Va.
A bit easier to shut down Quartz as well. That Matrix lasts for eternity now.
It's better, D.Va's pretty good against hit scan, right? So if they're going to play, Cassidy on the other side, obviously pretty good. But they move the Cassidy around so much, right? Goushway uses the boosters, flies in, uses Matrix, and then he just TPs to the other side.
They see the TP come out, and he's on top of it already. But as soon as you use those boosters, like you said, well, we just walk forward and then TP again.
Cross, look at
that. Look at that. Once again, they TP on the other side of the point.
Okay.
LGD can't lock them down. Like, what? You can't capture us. We're running circles around you right now with this TP.
It's, we really haven't seen much action.
Please, someone do something. They're going in. All right. Okay.
And they're out.
Okay. Well, they're gone. They're actually gone. Okay. 50% in this
D-Gon over there is like, what? Why is this nobody fight? Why do they just keep running?
The pacifist run.
Somebody eventually will die in this map.
Oh, someone died? Maybe. I mean, Lee's got dupe as well here. Could be a double D.Va situation.
All right, there we go.
Okay, Monk dead. That will be first point for Twisted Minds, you'd imagine.
Yeah, they're going to double that.
Do end up capping though, so a little bit of a percentage stolen. But
you just see how much like the TP though really just throw an LGD for a loop. I mean,
like we said before, LGD are like, wait, they're using TP. How long have we been away from Overwatch?
They probably were like, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, dive, and then they're on the other side. So Winston here for Goushway, so makes the swap.
Double rush, Soundbag comes in from Bliss, only hits 3. UB in trouble as Goushway crunches him. Nice headshot from Quartz though. The duplication on the D.Va. And 2 tanks on the field. Oh, it's a whole lot less fun, I'll tell you that for now. Twisted Minds, that'll be the first point captured. No sneaky remech kill there. And that's Twisted Minds. I mean, LGD, there's no way they were expecting this.
I don't know if you can play the Winston. I mean, it's really early days, right? But we know D.Va's pretty strong. I don't know about the Winston into the D.Va head-to-head.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's really rough. I mean, even with the Winston, no matter what, like, you burn one mobility cooldown, they're just going to TP away.
And also, like, if LGD played D.Va, like, to kind of mirror the tank, like, the Sim's pretty good against D.Va, right? Yeah. It's kind of like,
just
obviously not as effective as Zarya, for instance, but kind of in a way, like, you know, mimics the same type of play pattern.
Yeah. Just charge up the beam. Oh, quick pause there.
It's a pause
LGD, like, wait, we said Bam Sim, not not Sigma.
It's a tactical pause here, tactical time.
They both begin with S. That's maybe why you guys got confused, but yeah.
Let's see. It looks like Rush will kind of figure out what's going on here. So, Rush calls for an admin. Was pointing down more towards like Lengsa and Monk, so maybe something going on there. Is get that sorted out, get right back into game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like these Twisted Mind jerseys. They're kind of dope.
I like the color a lot.
Yeah, it's a cool color.
Yeah, it's a really nice color. Very pleasing to the eye. It's kind of like a turquoisey cyan kind of vibe going on.
Yeah, like a aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
Is that what it's? That was the crayon.
That's how you remember your colors.
Yeah,
what colors
like
are crayons?
Crayons. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not kind of not an ultramarine blue. Just start naming Warhammer colors.
Oh no, we didn't have the big pack of crayons.
You didn't have the big pack. You only had the small one.
We had the little one.
You had the aquamarine. You just had the normal blue, and then maybe a red and a green.
Yeah, you saved that aquamarine one. You were not sure when you were getting another one. So it looks like Lee potentially. That's what we got going on here. Maybe Lee or Goucher.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Pretty good
That's
sign.
normally a good sign.
Should be the game approaching shortly when we get the
things
thumbs
to come. There's going to be a sim ban this series for sure.
There might be.
Yeah.
You know what once would be considered a meme? You actually might. Well, as we get right back into game, Quartz with a dead eye here. It's going to be sound barrier here for LGD in response.
He's just so slippery.
Yeah, Simwall as well.
Yeah.
Should be Twisted Minds able to take this point first. Looks like they just kind of like bullied them off of the point with a lot of these ults.
Well, prime rotation from Gushway. We know how good he can be. Legs are getting chased around by Quartz there. He ends up getting finished off. And I mean, Twisted Minds, they do end up trading. Quartz down, Carry dead for TM. I mean, they can still hold on, though, because these kills aren't coming through quick.
They have not been able to kill the D.Va.
Yeah.
It feels like DVNT has been able to just live forever here on the D.Va. But, like, what would you... Like, if LGD loses here, man, I mean, you're in a really rough spot. Like, are you like, you know, are you looking at, like, a push map? And what kind of band do you go with, right?
Sim.
Like...
Cassidy, maybe?
Do you? I mean...
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Even,
We've just introduced one band. Let's introduce two.
Yeah, right.
Well, they're going to TP away from the rush, and good luck. Good luck using that now. Like I said, Twisted Minds, so adept at using this comp. Looks like Vigilante wishing he had a Suzu there as a Quartz newbie. Full prey to Shy and Lengsa. They end up burning an ultimate here, but Twisted Minds can come back over the sound barrier. They're at 99% pretty much. They end up finding Gushway. TMNT obviously going down as well. Vigilante should be eventually cleaned up. There it is.
Yeah, both damage dealers were quite low right off the rip, and I think they were trying to maybe like end up saving a Suzu because Yubi was really low on the point, and they end up giving up both damage dealers, right? So they lose Quartz and Yubi. So really difficult stuff there for Twisted Minds, but like you mentioned, they'll come back. They're gonna have like 4 ultimates for this next fight.
Yeah, duplication from Levo could be what they need. Pulse bomb from Shy, looking, hunting, searching. Pulse bomb out. Swinging a miss there. Very uncharacteristic like there of Shy. However, Leave being a little bit more cheeky too. Ooh, you cannot go down here, Leave. Duplication comes in onto the D.Va. Now they've got to try and make their play. Quartz going extremely low. A lot of those heals kind of getting eaten there. They eventually clean up. Okay, but the spawn point not too far away from them, so they're going to be able to reset pretty quick.
I'd like to see maybe even Yubi play Tracer here. It feels like the sim is just, it's very difficult to keep it alive, especially against like a Winston, where at least the Tracer would deter lead from coming on in. You'd have a little bit more to deal with that Echo.
They just TP right past the rush and then just pop the wall down. Perfect macro play there from Twisted Minds.
And now they have rush
Flip.
and beat.
Yeah. Sound barrier coming through from Length, so he's going to have to do something in just a moment. Primal Rage, Quartz. Oh, almost a skull fully built up. He's trying to find someone's head, but this time around, LGD not falling for Quartz's tricks. Sound barrier for Length coming in. Good enough for a couple, but look at the shredded health bars from LGD now. On that rush, there's nothing stopping Quartz from clicking everybody's heads in. Twisted Minds up 2 points. And Flashpoint.
Oh, and LGD ends up using a lot of ults there, right? I mean, they end up using the rush, they end up using beat, and their primal rage. So you come into this next fight, you don't really have much of anything. Quartz has been so good at just manufacturing picks here for Twisted Minds.
Yeah.
A headshot or two here for Quartz to give them an advantage, like could end up giving them the map.
It's looking real rough right now. But once again, LGD. Point unlocks in a couple of seconds. Self-destruct available from Twisted Minds, but is all on Quartz and Yubi. Shy trying to find another avenue for attack. And as well, it's worth keeping in mind, Matt, too. Twisted Minds can also use the TP for a bait. Could force cooldowns, force rotations, right? I think LGD are kind of scared of that fact at this point. Quartz rolling out to the back line there. They actually use the TP. No fakes here, as the point is captured by TM.
No, and you just have to contest, right? 2 shots there from Quartz onto Leave, gets him extremely low. TBNT can just kind of like sit on point rather easily, as that's going to be Leave actually taking that Vigilante at range. This will be self-destruct here on the point, just to clear it out.
They're buying so much time, Matt, the thing. Gooshway dead, Quartz in trouble, eventually slain there by Shy and Lengtser. UB2, I mean, over 50%, you're still pretty happy with that. You force out a duplication from Leave. There's a couple of support ultimates coming up, but Twisted Mind's still in a good spot.
It's over 60% with no real investment, right? Self-destruct, like, sweet. Twisted Minds, I mean, you're gonna have double support ult, the Deadeye with the wall yet again. So you set yourself up. The last time we saw kind of a fight like this, LGD really didn't get great value out of support ults. They absolutely need to now, or else they're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, LGD are going to go early once more. A couple of times they've done this, just trying to force UB in a position where he can't use the TP to escape. Speaking of which, TP to the point. High noon used. Same with the sound barrier, same with the wall. Oh, Leave. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, unfortunately, for the Echo.
He turned the Deadeye into a shotgun.
Yeah.
He just got right in his face.
He really did. A little bit of buckshot. Right to the dome. My word. Quartz on land too.
Is that Graves?
Graves. Nice reference.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that one.
I bet you at least 3 people after that.
At least 3?
Yeah,
that's a new record for you, man.
Look, I'm just trying to improve every day. It's LGD making their way to the point, but not in the way you'd love to. It's just basically Gushway using Primal to get back. Lengths is going to end up using a beat, only connects with 3.
Cool Vigilante, though, that's a big win there for OGD. The Shy finally kind of coming alive on this Tracer. Pulse bombs have been a bit lackluster, but the neutral game still strong enough to win this fight. There you go, LGD. Going to clean up Twisted Minds. Should be another recontest, though. Very fast comp from TM.
Yeah, and they still got time, right? You're going to get at least 1 more fight here. And you're going to have another Quartz Deadeye.
Yeah.
Even with support ults on the other side, he's still been able to find value with it, right? So no support ultimates here available. Is Gushway over to the Doom here?
Just to get back in time. Can't waste a single second at this point. Couple of seconds to go. They're going to try and force everybody off. Twisted Minds, their comp is quick, but not quick enough to get back to that point as LGD find their first one in this map.
Yeah, so they're, really, behind the 8 ball, trying to battle back into this one as Gushway probably wouldn't want to be on the Doom, at the moment, as he's extremely
bullied. He's surely Gushway's.
Is that going to give them, though, the checkpoint first? Like, essentially, this kill, right? Now you're going to have to switch, or you're going to stay on the Doom, maybe?
Okay, staying on the Doom Fist, interesting. I mean, you can kind of punch Quartz out of the Deadeye, I suppose, so there is that.
I mean, I guess you have a little bit more mobility with the Doom, right? You can have two, you know, whether it's Seismic Slam and the Punch, right? So if they go to the other side,
Oh,
get there
what
rather
a
fast.
flashbang there from Quartz. Shine the backline, but there you go. Okay, flash, easy engagement there from Gushway. Kind of wish you had another ult to kind of back him up with it at this point. Leaves copy. Is eventually dealt with by TVNT as they now turn their attention once more towards the tank player from LGD. Twisted Minds. 4 ultimates in the bank and a capture.
And I think for Twisted Minds, they really didn't want to use Sound Barrier there, right? They ended up using the Kitsune Rush, didn't want to invest the beat during that fight. They may end up
good
to, though, to try and keep TVNT alive. Is really quite low, but actually getting lots of healing here from Vigilante.
Yeah, luckily enough, the Diva's almost over 100% HP. Unfortunately, though, the punch stops the Matrix from being used. What?
Oh, okay.
Self-destruct just catches Shy just like that? I mean, this wall has just been devastating to LGD's game plan thus far.
The point flip, though.
Proving once more to be the case.
The point flip, so it's not like I know TM got like even more of a lead out of that, right? So fortunately for LGD, they do end up flipping the point, right? It'd be like in 70% here, counting for TM. You'd be probably in last by territory, so you probably get 2 more shots at this. If you are LGD, you probably get 1 more good one, and then maybe somebody gets in, gets a lucky contest, and keeps it rolling.
All right, Quartz, what you got for us this time around? Legs are high in the sky, sound barrier in hand.
You're not going to get another fight, actually. This is taking so long to get going.
Sound barrier hits. Oh, Yubi dead instantly. Gushway there into the back line. That'll be a clean up, yeah. No extra fight here. Twisted Mind, everybody dead, but they still get 99.
Yeah, I mean, look, LGD, they absolutely needed to win that fight. They were not going to get another attempt. Now, Twisted Minds, opportunity to close out this map. You cannot let LGD just kind of like hang around, start to get their feet under them.
They're going to go early again. This is what they've been doing over the last couple of points. They go early, they go quick, fast, they try and get in, get out. Got a bit more sustain too with Leave with that duplication, but it looks like Twisted Minds going to take the long way around.
Can you TP and rush here? So they TP around the opposite side. Now maybe you rush on the point?
Yeah, that seems like the game plan to me. Nice little Suzu there, stops Gooseway's punch doing all of anything, and there's the flip once more. LGD letting that point go by the wayside, and now they're fighting on the back foot. Beautiful kill onto Quartz from Shy. A duplication onto the Cassidy. He's trying to show him how it's done, but I mean, Quartz has been one of the best hit scan players in the West. Nice little capture there once again for LGD, but because the point was flipped, they weren't gaining percentage that whole time.
Yeah, so I think they're doing a better job at actually getting these kills onto Yubi early, right? They're able to get both damage dealers out of the way. Nothing Twisted Minds can really do after that. So maybe you get this sound barrier here from Bliss, and you're able to kind of win it off the back of that. But it's starting to get real dicey for Twisted Minds.
Yes, it is. They're going to TP. They are going to get to point, and oh, Vigilante already dead.
Another nice E from
Another
TNT.
nice E onto the pulse bomb. Nice little punch as well, trying to isolate that Diva. Meteor strike into the backline. However, that sound barrier is going to prove quite the sticky situation, and tough for Gushu to actually get through. Quartz dead, however, but still Bliss is actually the one coming out because Twisted Minds. A remake available from the Diva as the flip comes through. LGD lose control once again as overtime ticks down.
Yes, it's just Yubi here just trying to build up some type of charge, and they're not able to get back onto the point. Looks like they got off for a second there. And nobody, whether it be Leave or Gushu, able to get back on and get a touch. So that'll be Twisted Minds stealing that one in the end. It looked like they obviously had a lot of control pretty much throughout that map, but it looked like LGD was battling back up into it until the very end.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like that, at the very end, coming down to the wire. A little C9 in the chat. First C9 of the tournament, maybe?
As far as we know.
As far as we know, yeah, at least here on the A stream. We're going to jump over to the analyst desk. They're going to break that one down.
Thank you very much, Jaws and the guy. Great job there so far. Again, closer by LGD, but still, they are constantly switching through heroes to try and solve the one hero that seems to be working very well for Twisted Minds, the Sim. The Sim is not just as itself, but the whole team playing around the Portal game has been so difficult for LGD to solve.
It's a tough one because it's something that just very few teams are going to deploy. And so in your scrims and all your practice, I doubt LGD have played against this whatsoever. Maybe a team like Space Station would use it, but Twisted Minds has their own unique take on the hero. So really, even in their first match of the tournament, LGD's in a spot where they have to adapt. They have to respond to something they haven't prepared against, and this is where that lack of experience this year is probably really going to hurt them. They have not played many of these matchups, and honestly, TVNT has slotted into the lineup really well. That was the only question mark for me. Bliss and Vigilante both look great. This is a much improved Twisted Mind squad.
Twisted Minds look super sound in the way they're playing the game, but I also have to question how LGD is going about this series. I think Saravasa is a super questionable map choice in general. That they were already failing to defeat Twisted Minds fast sim play. They did nothing to really stop Yubi from playing sim. They didn't ban it. They didn't really get to play anything that would stop sim besides maybe the Doomfist towards the end. I kind of have to question the choices from Rush. They started on the Maga again at the start of this map, and they ended up defaulting back to the Winston. They just feel super lost. I feel like they don't have an answer for the sim. So I think going forward, I think you kind of just have to ban it at a necessity. I think they just don't have a solid answer for it right now.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It felt like that maybe the Doomfist was getting them there because, as you said, started with Malga in map number 1. Then they switched on over to D.Va because that's the meta champ, meta hero. And then they go to Winston because that's the comfort. And then finally with this Doomfist, it felt like they were making way, and that's when we started seeing the caps back on up after it was 2-0.
I think one of the challenges is Twisted Mind's so good at executing the sim, right? Even on this final point of Flashpoint, every single time, Twisted Minds might lose the fight, but on the retake, they were consistently flipping the point. And so they got like 5 or 6 fights on this one Flashpoint, which should just be completely impossible, but they're constantly forcing the objective, constantly pressuring the objective. And as McGravy, I'm sure you know, like that's really it in high-level Overwatch is how do you force the objective, force the enemy team to not have as much time as they need to work with. When you do cap the objective, that's buying more time for your team. And so those elements, I mean, Twisted Minds, everything about the team right now, their executions have been better than we've maybe ever seen this squad.
Yeah, that's a super underrated strength, I think, of the sim comp alongside the carry, is both of those ultimates are kind of leading you onto the objective. And not only that, you saw times where LGD used their carry road and they were able to teleport out of it entirely. So they're using one ability to completely deny an ultimate, and that got them so much value out of the series.
We've talked a lot about in the tank play for LGD Gujue. Who else needs to step up here if they're trying to take at least one map here?
You know, McGravy and I were talking about this backstage, but I think Shy's Tracer, definitely not a comfort hero for him, right? With hitscan being less dominant in the meta, LGD have chosen to go that direction, putting the hitscan player on Tracer is a reasonably normal choice, but the lack of impact from his Tracer in that map, I think was really felt, right? Where, you know, there's no enemy Tracer on the field, so you should, in theory, be relatively free, but I think part of that comes in the Kiri Lucio. So effective on support of fighting back that Tracer. You really need an elite player. We saw Sugar Free in the last series still putting up big numbers into those support heroes, but Bliss and Vigilante, I mean, that's a different animal when it comes to battling backlines, and I think Shy just wasn't able to have that same level of impact. Honestly, at this point, I feel like if you're LGD, you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to bring something new. Maybe it's the sim ban. Maybe now, finally, they can get an Ana Winston Brig comp going, like the bread and butter that's been so reliable for them. But, you know, maybe that's LGD's weakness, right? Their strength has become their Achilles heel here, and that everybody knows what they want to play. Everybody knows what's their comfort zone. Yeah. And so not only if you're Twisted Minds can you ban away some of those choices throughout the series, but also you've come prepared for that. You know that these fast, aggressive dives are going to come. And like you said, those TP plays, whether it's ultimates, whether it's just dives, they're constantly dodging. They're constantly, you know, in control of the game based on their use of the TP. And Twisted Minds, I mean, I got to say, they do look pretty scary right about now.
Gravy, how about for you? Who needs to step up here on the side of LGD?
I hate the beat a dead horse, but it has to be Shy. I think a lot of the challenge for him is for these hitscan players that flex the Tracer, it's a lot easier when the game's a lot slower. But like you said with the Kirilush, with the battling, not only is the battling a big challenge for him, you're moving fast, they're moving fast. It's not as easy for these point-and-click characters or players to transition into the Tracer play.
All right, well, the picks are in as we move on over back to the stage as we're heading to New York-ish. It's Midtown. I guess there are multiple different Midtowns, but whatever. We're going to Midtown here, and it will be attack first for LGD. They picked the first ban, and guess what they banned, guys? That's right.
The sim?
It's the sim. The sim
yeah,
is
you got to
gone.
get rid of it at this point.
Twisted Minds then get rid of Winston. Same rosters moving on forward here for all for both squads.
Yeah, the sim's gone, but also maybe the biggest threat from Gujue. So tough road here for LGD to get back in the series.
Final thoughts?
Big issue is they lost the map where the Winston wasn't banned, and now they've taken them to a good Winston map, and they've lost the Winston. So it's going to be a really big challenge for LGD.
All right, Midtown could be the last one here. So before we head it on over to New York, let's send it on over to the guy with the New Yorker accent and Jaws. We did one accent before. Now we'll do the other one.
That's pretty good. Hey,
raised in New York.
Yeah, I thought I was at home for a sec.
Whoa!
Oh, Diego was gonna
pretty
get me
good.
give me a bagel with cream cheese, you know?
He needs to work on that. Do a British accent next time, I dare you.
No. Diego's like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So losing the Winston here is brutal, like
Yeah,
McGrady
it is.
was saying, because you already lost a map where okay, great, we have the Ana in the mix, right? Now you lose the Winston. We saw for Twisted Minds they could play D.Va or Sigma. It doesn't really matter, right? So if they play either one of those, they feel like they're in good shape. For LGD, what are you going to see GuXue play? Do you want to see the Maga again? Right? Looks like we're going to see. Is he going to see Ball? Are we going to see Wrecking Ball?
Shout out the pigeons on Midtown. Ain't no way we see him Ball. Surely. Maybe a little D.Va? Maybe a little D.Va? I mean, Twisted Minds just going back to Sigma. That's what they played on the first map. And you be on another one of his better heroes too in the May. Oh, you banned Sim, that's fine. We just play May and we play Sigma and the Sigma never dies. We can wall off your backline if we need to. Like, it's going to be rough. I mean, maybe Ball is the play here. Have to wait and see what they want to roll out the gate with, but it looks like a lock of a
this
Zarya.
might be, so the Zarya might be because you think they're going to be playing D.Va. I wonder if you see that it's Sigma, there's a swap here. So, or do they want to play the Zarya? It looks like at least for now, they want to play, the Zarya, try and bubble the Venture. Ooh, that is a nice knockdown there. That's going to have the Immortality field out early, but it doesn't matter. Not able to save ports.
Wow. Yeah, just use both bubbles on your Venture. Who knew? Who knew?
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, exactly. Get a lot of charge too, because you don't want Quartz getting, sorry, not Quartz, but Leave getting away with absolute murder there, but removing Quartz from the high ground, an instant kill onto the Casty despite the Lamb coming through.
Are you even able to get a touch here? They walled here?
No, it looks like they were trying to wall someone off there.
They got the
Lucio. I mean, it's possible, but no touch.
This Immortality field use as well. GuXue has lots of charge to go over.
100 charge, to be
100%
exact.
charged up.
Oh yeah, straight over the top. Yeah, look at that. You don't normally get a lot of ult charge if you're, charge if you're just bubbling yourself, but if you're bubbling someone like a Venture, pretty easy to get that.
Yeah, it allows Leave to play extremely aggressive on the hero. So extremely fast point A take there for LGD is now we'll see if they can break this high ground setup.
Couple of shots there from Monk on to the front line. Bliss going down to Leave. It's all Leave this game so far. TVNT, they got to do something. Quartz is just getting run over right now. As GuXue receives the nano and proceeds to decimate the team.
So what do you do here if you're a Twisted Mind? It's like, what do you switch to potentially? Like, could you play Brig here? Like the Brig to kind of like be a little bit more annoying to the Venture?
I think you get run down if you play Brig.
Yeah, it may be to just kind of even do something like this. Is Quartz will play the Widow, try and play even further range.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful eat though for TVNT. I mean, sorry, TVNT has been insane with the eat so far. Yeah. Not only can he do it on the D, but he can do it on the Sigma too. GuXue still manages to take one though, despite that grab getting eaten. They slowly move that payload towards this second point. They're relying on a lot of Quartz doing damage here. And now Yubi coming back on the Tracer to try and contest. However, with TVNT going pretty low, that Bob is going to help finish him off. And look at that time bank, Matt.
I mean, this is a speed run here from LGD. They go down 2-0, but they are battling back right now as Shy has started to put it together. But I really think they figured out something here with this tank, tank DBS combination where GuXue able to use these bubbles, keep Leave alive as he goes in deep. So TVNT goes over to the Ramatra. So they'll stay with the Widow. TVNT, like you mentioned, 6 series so far.
Yeah.
Whether it be on the D.Va or the Sigma, was able to get like a few eats on like pulse bombs, that time a grab, like a really nice place.
Soundbar coming in. Okay, Quartz doesn't receive it, but doesn't need it. In the back line right now, Leave goes down. Good aggression here coming through from Twisted Minds. Which we're getting walled off, but it's all good. Support's playing super far back. You can see Monk and Lengser able to keep GuXue alive. Good nades. Nade after nade after nade. Bliss 1 HP manages to get out of there just in time. Perma 100 energy too, man, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no time where they hasn't been. So yeah, Nano onto GuXue Gooshway, okay.
The damage!
Used with some Widow headshots coming through.
That was ridiculous. How quickly did the Nano Zarya fall there?
Yeah, they just buffed the tanks, by the way.
Yeah. A nice small stagger there onto Monk. I mean, this is just Quartz's playground too on this Widowmaker.
But like Shy can match this. I mean, it's not like the Ashe is good against like the Mei and the Ramatra to kind of just put down some, ticking damage, prevent them from running on in. But
oh, the tectonic shock from Leave. That's a whole heap of damage. Quartz and Yubi end up going down. Graviton Surge available from Gooshway as they clean on up. All right, here we go. That 5.5-minute time bank, 2 of it is now missing as Twisted Minds are able to hold on to that gate a little bit longer
Venture,
than expected.
Venture just in general is really difficult to take out. Like they have just 6 survivability. And then when you add the Zarya bubbles on top of their kit, I mean, it's just very difficult to deal with as Quartz putting in some nice headshots on the Widow.
Gooshway said, "Get down, Mr. President." There is he saved Shy from that headshot.
See, like the Widow ban against Twisted Minds would not be a meme.
Yeah,
that would be
exactly.
a respectable ban.
Leave dead to the Annihilation. Quartz still with a decent angle here. Graviton Surge thrown at... Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's just across the map. That lamp went absolutely insane, though, from Vigilante. Bliss also lays down the sound barrier to keep him in this fight. Shy forcing Quartz all the way back too as Gooshway gets Nano for the 3rd time now on the Zarya. Bliss, even with those skates, didn't really have a say in that fight whatsoever.
It's the goal here for TM, though, is just not let them get a map completion, right? Like, now you've dwindled a lot of this, like, large time bank down. I think at this point, if you can just prevent them from completing the map, I mean, that is a massive win, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, especially against, what, like a 5.5 minute, and they went into 3rd? Yeah. Absolutely. Half that time bank pretty much gone.
I mean, essentially the fact that you played 0 defense for the first 2 points to then be able to get a hold would be pretty nice. As, now Shy will match this Widow, so I think this is totally fine here for LGD. Like,
ooh, maybe not.
Okay, he's gonna play Tracer. So this is and they're gonna go back to the Mauga. I felt like that was working what they were doing, but okay.
Okay, you do you.
Sure, why not? I mean, we've seen them play the Mauga. It wasn't awesome. I mean, this also allows Twisted Minds that they want you to go back to 6, right?
Oh, my word. You got to be careful there. Peak Quartz, even if you are a Lucio, and you can move at Mark 2. Very good survivability from Lee, but here comes the window. Vigilante not making good use of it, though. However, as he was pooped all the way back. Quartz has switched to Bastion in response to Gooshway's Mauga. Honestly,
El Capitan, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it does a lot of damage. Especially if they're going to come in that deep with Mauga, Tracer, and Venture, right? They're going to have to fully commit. Sportsnet will play the Echo, so some changing here for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, there's not too many people you can lock down with the Widowmaker. Enemy DPS, obviously, we're running Ashe before, so pretty easy to land that kill, especially if you're Quartz. All right, show you what you got. Little turret form there, just on the corner, just jostling this payload over and over again, but they're going to have to make a move with a minute to go.
UV can make a play with this pulse bomb would be huge, right? Get like an easy kill there with the pulse bomb.
Cardiac overdrive being popped already. Pulse bomb from Yubi, lands it on the tank. Gets a large amount of damage normally, but it is a Mauga, so he kind of shrugs it off. 40 seconds to go as TVNC, he's got Annihilation, they got Sound Barrier as well, and they're just going to pop both of them at the same time there, trying to make this OT at the very least.
You will have a duplicate here, though. It's going to be a Sound Barrier here for Lynxes. They want to kind of push on in, right?
Yeah, so duplicate 10% though, map, but he gets taken out almost instantly. Lynx also ends up falling, can Twisted Minds hold off, wait for Quartz to come back. Looks like Vigilante unable to do so, loses grip, loses control of the character there as he's booped around by Leave and finished off by Monk. Here comes the cage.
Have it spawned.
Good luck getting back into this one. I'm going to have to chew through this cage before they do anything, but TVNT still taking names and numbers on the point. And against all odds, a 5-minute time bank going on to 3rd, reduced to 0 seconds as LGD unable to cap.
Yeah, Bliss and Yui did a really nice job staying alive to the side. If you're kind of coming down that last corridor to the left-hand side, those 2 players are able to stay alive for a pretty long time. Allows players to come off the respawn there for Twisted Minds. And what looked to be dominant showing for LGD, I mean, you look at some of the time here as we go through the replays. I mean, there was never a time where it looked like they weren't going to finish with I know, near a record time bank. And then like a 5-minute plus hold there at the end for Twisted Minds. Tremendous stuff. It felt like it started to shift a little bit when Quartz went to the Widow. The Venture became a little bit less effective because he can't go that deep, right? Can't like just make up that much distance. And guess what? You don't have a Winston, right, to create that much space, right? So then you're forced to change to something else. I think every time that Twisted Minds sees LGD playing Maga, they are probably extremely happy. Like that's like exactly what they want to see on the other side. So Twisted Minds, really well. You just got to get a map completion here to win the series 3-0. I mean, this would be a huge shock. I thought LGD could be like a dark horse team to run to the final. They may get third or fourth in the group, depending on what you think of make.
Unbelievable stuff from Twisted Minds. Truly leveled up, like they were mentioning on the desk too. Had a rough couple of stages in OWCS, a lot of team changes, of course, and there was at one point UB was playing tank for the team, and I mean TVNT has been looking unbelievable.
Yeah, some sick plays from TVNT.
Big pickup for Twisted Minds.
And the support line has looked pretty strong as well, so the Dynamite hit there at the start. Trying to like block off the Venture here, with the May, it doesn't really work, right? The Venture just able to kind of get out with such ease.
Yeah, the burrow lasts a long time, so yeah, you're able to just kind of
I think what you see here, I think this is kind of the answer, is they need to put pressure on Gushue and force him to use bubbles on himself, right? Because that's going to deter, like, Leave can't exactly go in and be hyper-aggressive if Gushue is forced to end up, use bubbles to keep himself upright.
Well, they're going to try and recover to full HP here from Twisted Minds, who are just hugging this small corner. Headshots from Quartz doing a fair amount of damage to the front line, but they're still in a little bit of danger. That Dynamite's going to do a whole lot of work too.
Yeah, man, they're building Matrix and B. But see, that's the thing. If Gushue's going to use both bubbles on to Leave, you have to punish Gushue. You can't let Gushue just kind of like stand there.
That's rough.
Yeah, I like this adjustment from Twisted Minds. Like, just kind of thinking about it the way that we saw them play in the first half, and I think maybe kind of seeing a little bit of an adjustment now for Twisted Minds. Like, we saw Gushue basically using every bubble that he had on to Leave, and Gushue still stay at 100 energy. You have to put pressure on Gushue, because if you put pressure on Gushue and he's forced to use bubbles on himself, then they don't even have bubbles for Leave, so the Venture's kind of like negated in a way. So I think that's kind of the path here for Twisted Minds. It's going to be the Bob gets nothing.
Yeah, Twisted Minds just going to walk up the stairs as soon as Bob disappears. There. Oh, okay. Can't count on Shy landing those shots, though, sometimes. You have to make the play. Shy lands the shots, and Twisted Minds for resets. Just like that. Quartz still... Wait!
Wait! He gets two there.
What?
That's like a trade. Rarely do you see that. I know you used to have it in Call of Duty back in the day, like a kill trade. Where, Ana, sometimes the projectile could take a little bit to travel, right? So, yeah, it's very rare, but both players end up taking each other out. So we'll see now. Can Twisted Minds get control of this high ground? They do have some ultimates to use here. It's going to be Leave popping the
He's like, please, get away!
At least no sound barrier used there from Bliss.
Yeah, no Ajax there, thankfully. Sound barrier from LGD, however. But unfortunately, with Shy going down, yeah, that's a lot of their damage, and Quartz still alive. Well, I guess at least LGD have this high ground, Max, as they use that nano on to Leave, as he looks for more kills.
And he finds him. He takes out Quartz and Blitz. But you still have TVNT here in the fight. It looks like Vigilante up on the high ground here, so you just have Leave up, so Leave will fall. You're going to be able to get the payload moving a little bit, I believe, here.
Shy's back. What a very messy fight there from both teams. Sending up UB and Quartz and Shy and Leave trading back and forth, it felt like. Payload's moved under one of the more tough points of the map as well, so Twisted Minds are in good stead.
Yeah, they still have a healthy time bank, right? Not exactly the LGD, 5+ minutes time bank, but still decent amount of time here. Gushue with the grass. It's going to be a tie here for Quartz. So they're just trying to get them some space.
Oh, look at him go, though. Oh, he's so quick. And he kills. Oh, good grab, though. Oh, Quartz.
They get close to Leave.
Bit by his own hubris there, unfortunately.
The beat only connects with Bliss?
Yeah, but the lamp from Vigilante kept the rest of the team alive. Quartz dead. Gushue needs to survive the bubble up in 2 seconds. No, can't quite get it. TVNT taking down Gushway as Twisted Minds end up almost clearing LGD off the point. Again, it's up to Leave and Monk. These back-to-back fights have just been so scrappy. These spawn positions, luckily for LGD, have been in their favor.
Yeah, if they can keep Quartz alive, though, I feel like they're doing a nice job putting enough pressure on the Gushway to take him out. Some sick headshots there from Shy. It's 2 minutes
he is back
on the clock. Yeah, I mean, he's looking sharp.
He never left, honestly.
No, it's TVNT will end up having Annihilation here. Annihilation pulse bomb you're looking at. Can you use the Annihilation to kind of like, force them off of this high ground position? I think you're going to see a Bob though, right? If they kind of like go towards the staircase, potentially throw the Bob in.
Looks like a small disengage here from LGD. Tectonic shock available, and yeah, every on this high ground, they're going to be pretty vulnerable to a lot of this. Straight down to low ground, straight onto the payload, but a lot of that damage is actually blocked by the shield.
Yeah, he gets stunned by like the grenade and not able to actually burrow.
Annihilation comes in. However, this nano-boosted Zari is something to fear, especially when it's in the hands of Gushway. Monk and Lengser end up going down, however, as yeah, Monk deployed the nano boost, but Gushway unable to kind of secure kills.
Just block and let Quartz kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly that. Checkpoint in what? 0.8 meters now. TVNT is still alive, receives the lamp just in time, is super low, needs to get pushed out of this lamp. Pops the Nemesis form yet again, refreshes that armor, and just still managing to survive somehow, some way. Sound barrier from Lengser might need to be deployed, but I think they might just give up on this fight.
Yeah, there's no way you invest it now. It felt like maybe a few seconds earlier you consider using it, but at that point you have to save it if you're Lengser. As Shy went over to the Tracer, maybe to just get back and get a touch, but man, they are having such a difficult time taking out this Ramatra. Is I really think the tank play from TVNT has been tremendous. And Quartz, I think you can say Quartz has out-battled Shy for a lot of this series. We've seen this head-to-head matchup in terms of hit scan in the past. Obviously, at Overwatch World Cup, I feel like Quartz was the player of the tournament there. Looking tremendous here early on. Deadeye, this is going to buy them some space, make it around the corner. It's going to be the sound barrier there.
And they can't use it.
They were nowhere close. Yeah.
And they can't use it because there's a window. Gushway's nearing on this grab, has to save his Lucio with one of those bubbles, but hasn't got a bubble left for himself. Gets out of the way just in time, picks up a health pack, bubble available, grab in 10.
It's a free beat though for Bliss. I mean, as soon as the grab comes down.
Yeah, you hit that beat and you hope you don't get bursted. TVNT looking a little bit worse right in the front line. Monk in a good angle now to set up on this Ana. Gushway the main focus right now for Twisted Minds, and they to heal him all the way back up, but Leave and Shy just unable to get the healing they require because Gushway needs to be kept alive. Lengser, it's 2v2, 2v5, sorry, as Gushway and Monk end up going down. Twisted Minds are going to do it. A 3-0 for Twisted Minds to start off the Overwatch EWC. Unbelievable showing.
This is a series I think we expected to be close and competitive, and really it was just the offense on Midtown for LGD that they looked great. Otherwise, that is as big a surprise